Hey, it's Mr. J, and this video is the first in a new series that I'm doing, which is all about my current project I'm working on. It is another LEGO Mega Yacht. Basically, I want to go through the whole process from the design phase to the building it and to actually finishing it. And this will be the first video in the series. Basically, in this one, I'm going to go over the digital version of the model with you, show you everything it has to offer, the interior, all the different features, stuff like that. And now this video will be a little bit different than my normal videos. It's not scripted. I'm just basically going to wing it and go through it step by step. So yeah, with that being said, let's get to it. So a little bit of detail about this Mega Yacht. It is going to be over 41,000 parts. And it's going to be about 6 feet long, just under. It's just over a foot wide. It is fully minifigure scale as well. So I think what we'll do to simplify things is we're actually going to start from the top and work our way down. So we'll start here with this part, which is this would be considered the hard top, which is essentially this top section here. A couple things to notice. Obviously, right away you have the big antenna tower up here. We got the 2 big radar domes. There's a couple antennas, a couple more radar domes at the back here. Another cool feature is these little things on the side here. They're supposed to be like exhaust ports. I try to make them subtle and kind of sleek so they kind of blend in with the model. And then over here you have another spinning radar sections. I'm not exactly sure the name of it. And on either side you have these lights, which are signal lights. You know, you have red on the port side and green on the starboard side. And then you have a clear white light at the back of the ship. So trying to keep it pretty accurate to actual boats, actual ships in real life. Any nautical people out there, correct me if I'm wrong or I've made some mistakes. I'm sure I've got some of the names wrong. So what I'll do is I will hide this section and we'll go down to the next deck, I guess. So this would essentially be deck 4. This is primarily an entertainment deck. So we'll start here aft. We have this big dining table here with 12 seats. Got a little bar back here, got some money, you know, they're probably doing some bets. They are rich, it's a yacht after all. Got a little wine bottle and some deck chairs. On either side of the deck chairs, we got some stairs that go down to the next deck. And then in the center here, we have this doorway that leads to an interior section. So in here, we got all the basics, you know, there's gonna be a little lounge area for sitting and entertaining. Got some more seating. Big TV on the wall there. Of course, you got a day head over here. This one's got a shower in it. You know, a sink, a toilet, all the good stuff. And then this is kind of just like, you know, a little, I'm not sure what you call this area, I guess a little foyer. You know, it's got big glass windows. It's got doors on either side. Got this cool sitting area here with a little fridge. And of course, we got a big hot tub at the front of the ship here. And I'll just show you what that looks like with the hard top over top of it. So yeah, pretty sleek. That would be deck 4. So you'll notice here that I've actually done the whole ship this way. This is one section and the ship is broken down into several sections. Like for example, this hard top is its own section. It would come with its own parts list and its own set of instructions. And the whole ship's like that. So I'm gonna hide this and then I'll show you this here is another section, for example. So that's one and this is one. So this would be deck 4, like I mentioned. Deck 4 is split into 2 modules that are, you know, they're their own separate build. You know, they have their own separate instructions and they have their own separate parts list. Trying to keep it really nice and handy for people if they try to build this. But yes, I will hide those now and we'll move on to deck 3. So again, I'll start aft here. We have another entertainment space. You know, you got some seating on either side. We have a little bar here. Gotta have the bars. I think this ship has 3 bars, 3 or 4 bars. You know, another little sink area and some storage. Got some more deck chairs. And of course we have more stairways that lead down to the next deck. If we come in this door right here, brings us into the interior. I'll kind of focus on this space here first. This is another entertainment area with a pool table. I kind of carried that over from my previous yacht. You know, you got some seating, some more seating, some pool cues. Right here, this is another bathroom. So we got a big sink, shower, toilet, you know, the usual. And then this whole other side of this deck is basically all the master bedroom. The master cabin. So this whole area right here would be considered the master cabin. Obviously you have, you know, the bedroom area here, big bed, got a computer, guitar on the wall, of course, and a big screen TV. Then in here would be the walk-in closet. My wife You know, she's always wanted a walk-in closet, so can't give her that in real life yet, but I'll give it to her in yacht form, you know what I'm saying? Got a mirror on the wall, you know, some hanging clothes, drawers, stuff like that. So, you know, standard walk-in closet. And then we have over here the big master bathroom. I really wanted to make this one look good and stand out. So I gave him a big, cool, fancy sink with some mirrors. We got this big tub right here, you know, big soaker tub. And then we had this big walk-in shower as well. And of course, you know, to block out the stinky smells, the toilet itself is kind of in its own little enclosed room. So that's the master cabin. And then if we move forward, you'll see some stairs here that go up to the previous deck we just looked at and down to deck 2. And moving forward a little bit more, we have a couple more things. We have, I'll look at this room first. This would be the captain's cabin. So he's right near the bridge, obviously, because he's the captain. He's got to have his own cabin. And he's got, you know, just a bed and TV and a doorway. And then he's got his own bathroom as well. With the same as usual, toilet. You got a shower and a sink. Now on the other side of the hallway, this right here is supposed to be storage. So, you know, just a little pantry with storage and whatnot. Probably should add something right here so it's not so bare. But that's just storage. And then right here, this would be the server room. It is a pretty big ship. Yachts of this size usually have their own server room. So, you know, you got a couple computers there, computer panels, and then we have the big server racks right here. And that all leads up to this main hallway. This big square right here, I think I'm gonna try to print off an actual sticker and put on here so I can have like a custom decal right there. Not sure what it'll be, maybe like a Mr. J Builds logo or something. But that being said, that all leads up to the bridge. I really try to make the bridge as accurate as possible to like a real life ship, you know, try to make it nice and sleek. And you got 3 captain's chairs and you have this big couch behind it, you know, for the owner of the yacht so we can check out what's going on or make sure the captain's doing what he's supposed to be doing. And then of course you have all the various controls, all that kind of stuff. On either side of the ship, we have a couple doorways that lead out to the outer decks. Like you have one here and one here. Moving aft, you have another one here out of this entertainment space, and there's one that leaves the master cabin. And then there's this one at the back that we already looked at. And lastly, up here at the front, of course, we have to have a helicopter pad. I figured that this ship was big enough that it could handle a helicopter pad, so this is what we got. I might make a helicopter to go along with this model. I haven't decided yet. Or I might do that as a separate build that I'll release, you know, as another project basically. So yeah, that is deck 3. And as I mentioned before, this one breaks down into modules too. So this whole section right here is its own module. And then this section right here is its own module as well. And so is the helipad. This one's pretty small, but take that all off too. So I will hide those so we can look at the next area. And now this would be deck 2. So this is, you know, a lot more interior space. This is a lot more entertainment. You do have a VIP cabin and everything. So as usual, I will start aft and we'll work our way forward. So right here at the aft of the ship, we have another big entertainment space. We have this huge wraparound couch with another hot tub. And in front of the hot tub, we have a smaller dining area, but you know, still gets the job done. It has 8 seats. And of course, we got a sweet barbecue and a sink and some doorways leading inside. We do have some more stairs that come down to the swim platform, but I'll cover that in deck 1. So if you come in these doorways here, we have a big entertainment salon, you know. This would be, I guess, where they'd have the dance parties and, you know, hanging out and stuff like that. We got a couple swords for decoration, of course, because this yacht owner loves swords for some reason. There's another one over here. And we got a cool little decal on the floor, some nice couches, TV. And then this stairway goes down to a really cool entertainment space on deck 1, which I'll get to later, but there's a pool, there's a hot tub and stuff down there. Anyways, moving on, I'm gonna go up here to this area, which if you can't tell, it is the official dining room of the boat. Sorry, I should say ship, not boat, because technically it's a ship. But yeah, we got a big, nice dining table, 10-seater, got a fireplace right here. Got a couple maps on the wall. It is a, you know, it's a yacht after all, so. And right here we have this doorway that leads to the outer walkway. On the other side of the dining, we have the galley, and I really took my time with the galley. I wanted to make it super detailed, make it big. You know, this is supposed to be a super mega yacht, so big kitchen. You know, we got the basics. We got the big grill right here. Got some storage, got the big fridge. We have some ovens, of course. More storage. We got a big sink, you know, dishwasher, microwave, this big island in the center with more storage. So yeah, pretty cool galley. I'm really happy with how it turned out, actually. I like, I know it's kind of gray, but I like the color. It's supposed to kind of be like stainless steel. And as mentioned before, this doorway also leads out to the walkway on the other side of the ship. Now, if we move into this hallway here, so you'll notice there's two hallways. There's actually like, this would be the, you know, main guest hallway and, you know, people that are sailing on the yacht. Is sailing the right word if it's not a sailboat? I'm not sure. Nautical people, correct me. But then on this side, this is kind of like a crew hallway because it grants access to the walk-in freezer right here. So, you know, you got more storage and stuff in here. This is where they would keep all the food and all the goods and stuff in storage. And if you keep going down this hallway, as I mentioned, it's like a crew hallway. It actually brings you to another set of stairs, which brings you down into the crew area, which I'll go over later, because that's on deck 1. Moving forward here up this hallway, we have the stairway. That brings you back up to deck 3. It does not go down to deck 2 because that's covered by a different stairwell. Moving up a little bit further, we have another day head here. We got the toilet, sink, shower, the works. Then we have a pretty sweet entertainment space right here, mainly because it's got a pretty cool grand piano. It's my first try doing a piano on a Lego, and I think it turned out all right. And then we have some seating, and these stairs right here go down to deck 1. This is like the main stairwell for deck 1. There's also that stairwell on the back right here, but we'll cover that later. And then on this side, this is supposed to be the big TV room. So this is where the family would get together and watch some big, you know, big screen movies and stuff. It's got a big TV, got some storage. This is where they would keep all the DVDs, even though I don't think people keep DVDs anymore, but you know, it's a boat, so they might not have Wi-Fi. Got to keep the DVDs. Yeah, so that's that room. Moving up here, this doorway leads to a little gym. You know, nothing too big, but it's a good area to work out. You got a little treadmill and some, you know, weightlifting equipment right there and some dumbbells and stuff. Got a TV, so you can watch, what's his name? That Simmons guy doing his workouts and stuff. Over here, we got a little office. So this would just be, you know, the owner of this yacht. I'm assuming he's a big, important businessman. He probably needs a sweet office setup with a computer and everything. He's got a little chair so people can come, you know, and figure out office stuff. This guy right here would be the doorway to the VIP cabin. So this cabin's pretty sweet. It's at the bow of the ship. It's not as good as the owner's cabin, but it's, you know, it's not as big, but it's pretty nice. Right here we have another computer system for the VIP. Have a little couch with a table, nice bookshelf. On this side, we kind of have an attached bathroom. We've got a big tub and a shower, and then we got the sink. And of course, they have their own little private toilet to keep the smells out of the room. So, and then we got the bed, pretty nice bed. Got some dressers on the side, another dresser over here. We got some mail. And yeah, that's the VIP cabin. Is there anything else I got to cover for this deck? You'll notice on the side that there is windows so that you see into everything. Pretty cool. And this deck is actually split into 4 modules. So there's this one here, which I'll hide. There's this one here, which is hidden. This one and this one. And that brings us down to deck 1, which is basically the very bottom deck of the ship. As I mentioned before, starting at the back, there's an awesome entertainment space here. This is essentially one gigantic beach club for the yacht. I will show you that this does open up too. So this would open up. You'd actually have access to an indoor-outdoor space. You got a big pool in the center with a hot tub. You know, you got some deck chairs, some benches. Have another little seating area over here with a TV. And of course, on this side, we have another bar, because this ship needs more bars, of course. They're fully stocked. They got their fridge. As mentioned before, these stairs, they lead up to that entertainment salon on deck 2. Right here, we have another day head, complete with the basics, you know, sink, toilet, shower, yada yada. Then on this side here is like this doorway leads into a little storage area, which then also leads to another doorway which grants access to the engine room. So I'll give you a full look at the engine room. So we got some big engines here. They are 12 cylinders each. I based this off of many different yachts that I looked at to kind of see their size and, you know, judge the type of, you know, the amount of cylinders that they'd have and everything like that. So lots of engine details. I will explain how these engines work in a minute. I do want to show you too, there's a little control room. So you can see there's a little control room. We got fire extinguishers, walkie-talkies, all the controls and everything. There's a little work area over here, you know, tools so they can repair the engine as they need. Got lots of storage. There's walkways on the sides. Try to make it as detailed as possible. Now the main feature about this engine room that I'm hoping works, because technically I won't know until I build it, is that this little knob right here, this gray knob, if you spin it, there's actually gears underneath this stairwell that connect to the engines, and it should turn the pistons in both sets of engines when you turn this knob. Additionally, when you turn that knob, not only should it actually turn the pistons, but it should spin these propeller shafts and actually spin these propellers in counterclockwise motion. So they'd be spinning in opposite directions, which is how a ship would actually be in real life. So I'm hoping that's all gonna work out. There is a crazy system of gears underneath there to pull it all off. Like I said, I've only done it digitally, so I don't really know if it'll work until I test it out in real life when I build it. So fingers crossed it's actually gonna work. We'll find out in this series because I'm gonna show it off, you know, in several videos once I get that part actually built. But yeah, fingers crossed for me. Let's hope that works. So that's the engine room. If you move through this door, that brings us to the crew area right here. So in the crew area, we have a little bit of storage right here, kind of like a main hallway. Right off that doorway, we have the crew mess, I guess you'd say. You know, they got a little seating area with a TV. They have their own little kitchenette area, or galley, I should say. Got to use the proper nautical terms. This would be their day head. You know, so they got a shower, they got a toilet, sink, the usual, nothing fancy. And then they have 2 cabins. They both have 2 bunks each, so 4 bunks. You know, they have a little computer station. They each have a dresser. Technically, this ship could accommodate 5 crew. I feel that seems appropriate. If that's not, I'm sure someone will let me know. And that's it for the crew area. But as I mentioned before, this hallway leads to a doorway that leads to these stairs. And if you recall, these stairs head back up to that hallway by the walk-in freezer. So the whole crew area is kind of like sanctioned off from the guest area. That's pretty common on most actual ships. Kind of keeps them separated. And then from that doorway, or sorry, from that stairwell, there's a doorway here that leads into the tender garage and another entertainment space. But we'll cover the tender garage first. So this tender garage, pretty common on yachts of this size. Basically, it's where they keep all the toys, you know, the jet skis, the extra boats, yada yada. We have 2 jet skis, a sweet little speedboat here, and then we have this raft as well. Some fishing rods, you know, a couple surfboards. And the beauty of this is it does actually open up, which I will show you. I go like that. These doorways open up. And yeah, you have access. There's this little crane here, which it's, again, I haven't actually built it yet, but it should be movable, it should be posable. And it would, you know, in theory, you take the crane and you grab the jet ski or the boat and lower it into the water. So again, trying to make it as realistic as I can within the limits of LEGO. If you go through this doorway, that brings you to another entertainment space. Of course, there's another bar because that's totally necessary. I got the little Doctor Who artwork here. That's for my wife. She's a big Doctor Who fan, so I had to throw that in there for her. And this bar is pretty sweet. You got the sink, the bar stools, big fridge. And over here we got another big comfy couch, big TV, and of course this has a day head as well. Yeah, this ship has no shortage of showers. Every bathroom in this ship, or every day head in this ship, has a shower. So people are going to be super clean. Okay, they have no excuse. This ship is a clean ship, all right? Moving forward here, these are those stairs that we saw on deck 2. They come into this hallway here. And from this hallway, this leads us to the other 3 cabins. So as mentioned, there's the master's cabin, there's the VIP cabin, and then there's these 3 cabins here. So that makes a total of 5 cabins. You think each cabin can accommodate at least 2 people. So you're looking at this yacht could accommodate probably 10 guests, 10 to 12 guests, and 5 crews. So pretty big ship. The cabins here on either side are mirrored. So we'll just look at one. You'll kind of get the gist of both of them. But basically, here's the doorway. You have a TV again, a bed, some nightstands, a dresser, and they both have their own bathroom. Again, with a shower, a sink, and a toilet. As you can see, it's the same on the other side. And then this last cabin is also very similar. They have a big bed, dresser, TV. They get their own couch. And then they have this bathroom right at the front of the ship. You got a sink, toilet, shower, the usual. And yeah, that's pretty much all of the interior of Deck 1. A couple more features I can go over. So let me just reset this to its original form. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'll just give you the side profile here. I'm really, really happy with the way this turned out. I like the look of it. I really like the side profile. I like the width. The width to length ratio is actually proper. The ratio is probably about 6:1, that's a much more common ratio for mega yachts, especially compared to my first super yacht, which was like 8:1. And that one seemed really skinny and tall. This one, the proportions, I really spent a lot of time trying to get the proportions right. The length to the width and the height and everything, just trying to make it look as accurate as possible. The propellers at the back, they're actually on a slight angle, very common on actual ships. Another cool feature, again, I'm hoping will work, I won't know until I actually build it, is I've added some mechanism in the bottom here where if you turn one of these rudders, it should turn the other one at the same time. So there's kind of some hidden mechanics in here underneath the deck boards. Again, I won't know for sure if it works till I build it, but pretty confident it'll work. These stands are not removable. The ship's just so massive that I had to build the stands into the frame because I really wanted to make sure it was solid. The ship does have a fully reinforced Technic frame, and the stands are built right into it. And the truth is even if they weren't, like even if you could take the stands off, that would be pointless because you're not gonna move this thing all at once. It's 6 feet long, it's over 80 pounds. Like you have to move it in chunks. So leaving the stands on there works for me. There's even a center keel. Will this be called a center keel fin, I guess? Really tried to be as accurate as I could for actual ships. Yeah, so that's my mega yacht so far. As I mentioned, this is just the first video of many. I want to document the entire process from start to finish. This is the start. The digital version's ready to go. Now it's time for me to make the instructions and order parts, which I've started. Probably about a third through that process. It's going to take some time, but I'll get there. If you want to see more stuff on the digital side, maybe you want to see more instructions or you have some questions about how I built this or designed this, just let me know. And if you have any suggestions for the instructions or things I might add before I actually build it, let me know. And I want to thank you for checking it out. Let me know your thoughts. Please leave a comment. Do the whole subscribe, like thing. It helps a lot. And that's going to be it. I'm Mr. J. You have a good day. Peace.